All right, couple things before I go into the watch list for what we're going to watch tomorrow. One, if you're in the chat room or if you're just one of the people that follow me on StockTwits and Twitter, I will not be building a gapper list tomorrow because I'll be gone early. I won't be around until I don't know, maybe an hour or two after the open. So people in chat work together, build a list. And I'm being a little selfish here because I actually want to go into chat and look at the gapper list when I get to work. But so there'll be no list posted. And then the other thing I want to talk about is the SPY is hanging out, basically hit new all-time highs today, closed at 646.63. NVIDIA reported after hours if you weren't around, and closed at 181.60. As I'm talking to you, it's at 175.85. It did get down to like below 172 at one point. The market got slapped too, but as I'm talking to you now, the SPY is holding up pretty well. It's actually trading at, let's go back to it. Yeah, we'll go to after hours. You can see that kind of whoosh down on NVIDIA, and I'll quickly show you NVIDIA as well. Had that nasty sell-off, and it's bouncing okay. But anyway, we'll see what that does to the market tomorrow. Some hat tips for some calls today. Miguel gave a great idea on SERV, S-E-R-V. Had big volume. We recognized it early that it was a big volume mover, and Miguel called it right down in this area. I think he got 1161. And the worst case stop, I think, was maybe 20 cents below. And so from 1161, it went to 1216. That's a decent trade, right? A nice post by Miguel. I gave the opening range breakout idea on American Eagle, which had news in pre-market. And so the opening range breakout, just show you real quick. There was the early high right there, 1292. And it went sideways for most of the morning. So the entry was over that 1293. Again, the stop was less than 20 cents, I think, and it went to 1342. So that worked out pretty nicely too. And the call of the day was Kevin P, on INHD. Called a pullback play and got this around 5. On this pullback, got it right around 5. He said 40 cents risk, and it went to 713, which then makes that 40 cents risk look like not much at all. So a great call by Kevin as well. And that was Zoom, gave a nice bounce for some of you. Back through 80. I didn't trade it. I didn't trade that one well and missed out on a nice run. But anyway, let's put this up. For new faces in chat, understand that this is a video. We want to focus on stocks that are in play, meaning recent high relative volume and recent nice movement, and then we look intraday for the setups that we teach, right? So hopefully I'll be back in time to catch some good trades with you all tomorrow. So what are we watching tomorrow? SERV. Again, you can kind of picture a trend line here. I didn't draw one, but from here to here to here to here, and it's breaking the trend line on good volume. Certainly could have a follow-through day tomorrow. It definitely should be watched. American Eagle is very interesting to me. Nice volume today. Topped out at 1342, and you look to the left and you get the most recent high at 1355. So back through the 1342 tomorrow, we might break that 1355, and maybe it's off to the races. Okay, this is going to sound stupid, but I guess they're carrying a Travis Kelce something line. They already have Sydney Sweeney, and now because, and believe me, I'm not into this stuff, but because Travis just got engaged to Taylor Swift, and that's all the biggest news in the world, right? Apparently, that could actually play a role, right? So you got Sydney Sweeney and maybe by proxy Taylor Swift a little bit. So this one could certainly catch on. They're doing better marketing than Cracker Barrel, right? All right. So anyway, that's American Eagle. I definitely want to watch that one. APLD is still pretty damn coiled, forming a nice tight flag up here. RMTI is holding up really well. This big pop the other day, then an inside day, and it's kind of right back up. I like the looks of that one. Kohl's goes back on watch. KSS was rolling over here yesterday on what sounded like bad news, asking for more time to pay their vendors. And then today they post decent earnings, and it gaps up. and it just had that short squeeze back here, although the short squeeze occurred in pre-market, I believe, that day. But certainly, excuse me, could squeeze some shorts if it can get through today's high tomorrow. So that one goes on watch. STSS. I might have to zoom in so you can kind of see the magnitude of the pop today. It went all the way up over 18 before closing, way off its highs, but it does meet the definition of an in-play stock. EQ had a really nice run back here. And then it's not a very clean chart setup. It's kind of wicky, right? But today the wick was to the downside and back up. And I noticed it when JTR posted the volume here. So that kind of put it back on my radar because I'd kind of forgotten about this one. So let's keep that one on watch. That late day volume spike has me interested. DDD, nice little mini breakout today. Certainly could follow through tomorrow. INO, also very strong. GoPro, which had a nice 2-day squeeze here. You kind of have a quiet inside day. Maybe that's just a rest day and it continues, right? So that's a possible squeeze candidate. THAR, weird looking chart, but I mean, it had a huge move. And now you got 2 red days on way lower volume. I really like this one as a potential bounce play. In chat, we know how to play the bounce plays. If they don't set up, we don't take them, right? Same thing for OPAD. Couple red days after that massive move. Goes on bounce watch. NEGG was on bounce watch coming into today. No setup whatsoever. We got another red day, so it just goes right back on bounce watch. And then lastly, TELO, which isn't a pretty chart, but in after hours they had a nice sounding headline, and it went to 214. As I'm talking to you, it's trading at about 2. So if that's still gapping in the morning, that goes on the gapper list, and hopefully you guys will finish up in the pre-market building a bigger gapper list, and then I'll see you guys, I don't know, maybe an hour into the session. All right, have a great night.